going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Deborah with Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is Purusha Intuitive. So we're going to look into the daily astrology for today, Sunday, November 27th. Having a rough time with that one today, apparently. But yeah, and just kind of see what the energy is. We just moved into Sagittarius season. This is all about growth and expansion and kind of like seeking higher knowledge, higher education, higher learning, etc. It is a great time to put into play what we have been working on. And we definitely see that with how the planets are aligning right now. The sun is almost conjunct to Venus and Mercury, which are on top of each other. And basically what that means is those three planets are playing off one another's energies. The way the sun represents ourself, how we show up in the world. Venus is love, beauty. It's how we kind of beautify our life, ourselves, etc. And Mercury deals a lot with communication. So with these energies playing off of each other, the more that we're looking to grow and expand and push ourselves to new horizons, finding new passions, new inspirations, the more that is going to be, kind of enlivened within ourselves. The challenge is it is in opposition to Mars, which is in retrograde, and it's also in Gemini. This is difficult because, Mars is the action. It's the places that we want to kind of overcome, make movement. It's the masculine energy. Obviously, Mars and Venus, masculine, feminine. So with it in opposition, especially in retrograde, I feel like we're having a hard time recognizing the places that things aren't always what they seem, right? That duality within Gemini. There's always two sides to the same coin, right? And I feel like we end up limiting ourselves, if we're trying to push one way to work, right? We're trying to go down this one specific path, and we're going to do anything we possibly can in order to make it happen. And some of that is just not working, Sometimes with that Gemini energy, we just have to say, you know what? This is not my vibe. This is not what I'm interested in, or this does not serve me. And maybe it's best to not keep pushing, the issue. Like I said, the challenge comes with Mars being in retrograde. We're not specifically seeing those things very clearly. And then there's also just that element of wanting to push ahead regardless of what the situation is. And that also gets maximized by Mars being square to Neptune. Right now, Neptune is in Pisces. Neptune is also in retrograde, and it deals with our emotion, our intuition, our feeling, our spiritual world, etc. So that really talks about how we're not listening to our gut instincts specifically, essentially. It's places that our ego is getting the better of us, that we want to make something happen, we can force it, we know what's best for us, etc. We're not taking a moment to say but is it really the best thing for me? Does this sit right in my gut? Does this make me feel good? Or is this kind of making me feel off? The other thing about Neptune in retrograde is it talks about places that we don't have a lot of clarity, like illusions, right? Things that might seem to be one thing when in fact there's something else. And with Neptune being conjunct to Jupiter, that is directly related to our fortune, to our abundance, the way we're trying to make money, be wealthy, live a great lifestyle. It's not just money, but it is, Jupiter is considered the large benefact, the great benefact in astrology. So basically that is dealing with like our wealth, our creature comforts, the way we draw that in, our ability to do so. And when we listen to our intuition, when we follow our gut instincts, that stuff naturally comes into play, right? But if we're not listening, if we're, too much in that Mars energy of like, well, this is what's happening, even though maybe this doesn't feel right for me, practically speaking, this makes the most sense. When we do that, we end up kind of missing the lesson, and then we could essentially get ourselves stuck into something a little bit more sticky, right? Something that we don't specifically want to be a part of. And honestly, as I'm saying this, this energy did come through in our tarot reading. So definitely check that out for November 27th if you're interested. So what else? So we have, let's look at what our dominants are. Okay, well, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. So we have already talked about Jupiter and Neptune a little bit. Saturn finds itself, kind of alone, which is unique because right now the way the planets are structured, they kind of coming in clusters of 2 or 3. Saturn is in Aquarius, which Aquarian energy is revolutionary. They're kind of out of the box thinkers. They march to the beat of their own drum, etc. And Saturn deals with our life lessons. It is not the fun planet. It is the thing that is going to teach us our lesson over and over and over again until we learn. And it's not going to give us any rewards for it. The reward is the lesson, right? So in Aquarian energy, what I would encourage you to do is be a little bit more inventive with how you're navigating your problems. Don't resort to old habits and patterns that maybe, you are accustomed to. Because honestly, relying on that is going to put you exactly back in the same spot. The nice thing about Saturn is it's positively aspected to Mars, which means that if we are aware, if we can take a step back, look at our life, what we're going through from that bird's eye perspective, we'll easily be able to see, maybe the places that we've repeated the same patterns, we're getting ourselves into the same rut, etc. And then it's going to make it that much easier to get out of it. Because another good thing is that the moon and Pluto are on top of each other. Moon deals with our emotions. Pluto governs death and rebirth. It's cycles of life that are unfolding. And it's kind of like, if we can keep our emotions in check about the things that are changing in our life right now, we are going to see the blessings of Jupiter. We are going to see ourselves achieving our goals. We're going to get to our destination. It might not be tomorrow, but it is coming, We just have to be willing to make choices and make the changes, that we need to, right? And this, again, like I said, it's hard because the South Node is in Scorpio. So South Node deals with our karma, Scorpion energy. It can easily bring us back into, like I said, bad habits and patterns. But when we keep more of a balanced perspective, like I said, that diplomacy is going to be our best friend today. So try not to get too triggered. Easier said than done. But honestly, the triggering is going to come from the inability to move forward in the way that you want to. That is the heaviest tension that's playing out right now. Because you know what you want, you know how it looks, you know what's going to get you there, but it's just not happening. And honestly, this I'm seeing with clients all across the board. This is obviously collective energy. Spirit, universe, God, however you understand it, the planet Saturn are making sure that we are learning our lessons. So just be mindful, it's a great time to check in with ourselves. Chiron is in Aries. Aries deals with our sense of self, our identity, and Chiron is all about healing our wounds. So when we can self-reflect and see maybe places that we're making the same choices, then we're going to easily be able to say, you know what, that didn't work last time, so now I can switch it up. Yay to Sunday. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If so, double thumbs up. Definitely make sure to like, share, and subscribe, which I just said, right? Let's build the community. And then you can get notifications when new content drops. We're dropping stuff every day, multiple videos. Tarot, astrology, everything health and wellness. I hope you're enjoying everything that's coming your way. I'm having a lot of fun making them and getting them out there, and I'm just so excited for the community to grow. All right, much love and light, lots of blessings. Thanks so much for your time.